Do you think that people would take the options? Like if a civil court, you're having a dispute with like your neighbor over like, a tree falls and it breaks the fence or whatever, and it gets to the point where you could go to like civil court over it, or you could just like one of you could take the other to a boxing ring, like would people take that as an option to settle disputes?
I mean, look,
Congressional Thunderdome.
At the end of the day, people can voluntarily decide, okay, we're going to decide this dispute with a boxing match. Like there's nothing preventing people from doing that. Nowadays, there is laws against dueling. Like if you were to go and be like, we're going to go and, quick draw contest, you're going to go to jail. But like if you get into a fight over something, I mean, possibly the other person, the loser could be like, well, he assaulted me, but at the same time,
Doesn't Oregon have like mutual combat laws?
I don't know what states do.
Because there was this thing with Antifa where like a fight broke out and then everyone said, if you choose to fight each other, then there's no law broken. It's like, you're both just idiots.
But I don't think that works with like killing.
Well, of course. That's what I was saying. Like, we don't want that. Like the idea that
it's your body, man.
I don't like the idea
life.
of people, because there's too many issues with the finality of it, the end result. I disagree. I think regulated boxing by choice, like you said, there's not, you could literally do that. If AOC and MTG were upset, they could literally just be like, let's do a sanctioned boxing match to resolve this, and then there's no laws broken.
So you're saying we could have the Congressional Thunderdome? Because this reminds me that Mark Wayne Mullen from Oklahoma is like a former MMA fighter. So this is actually something I would want to see. If C-SPAN starts televising congressional MMA fights, I feel like its viewership would just really grow dramatically.
I'd box AOC. I would do that one.
Better yet, how about this? The primary consists of an election, and the top two candidates in any primary have to have a sanctioned refereed boxing match, and then the winner of that gets to advance.
Look, we have to, as a nation, start really prioritizing our physical strength and health. And if that's how we get people to do it by,
because it's a blank slate and all people are equal, then like men and women would be fighting in their primaries and sanctioned boxing matches. You know what I mean?
I think we're onto something. I feel like we should keep workshopping this idea.
I just can't believe women like this trashy got elected. That's what's baffling to me.
I mean, look,
don't you have to be like likable to be elected?
You're elected by your constituents.
I got to be honest. My initial thought when I saw this,
trashy.
My initial thought when I saw this fight break out was like, this is not going to be good for the feminist argument. Men are going to be saying like, the women are fighting over their makeup and hair and nails now, and the men are acting confused. And I'm like, yeah, but hold on. There was a caning in Congress before. There was dueling. There certainly were men of action. I think for the most part now, the guys in Congress are just like flaccid, lazy, and weak. And so the real issue is, certainly I don't think this is the issue to fight about. But the fact that Marjorie Taylor Greene has a fire within her is a good thing. We should have more members of Congress who actually care and have passion towards their issues. I don't believe AOC does. I don't believe Crockett does. I believe Marjorie Taylor Greene absolutely does. I think AOC is an influencer trying to build up a big following. I think Marjorie Taylor Greene actually is like MAGA all the way.